Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world on GeoGuessr and Google Maps. And I do this in the hope of, well, seeing places I've never been and probably will never go to. Hopefully have some fun in the process and try to score 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in the attempt. Now, 25,000 points on GeoGuessr is a perfect game of 5 rounds of 5,000 points each. And I play these games in, well, the territories, states, counties, whatever you call the first level of subdivisions of the various countries on planet Earth, and that you can play on GeoGuessr. And if I succeed in playing 25,000 points, well, that area is done with and will not be seen again in the series. Fail to do so, it might feature again later in the series. Today we're heading into Oman. It's been a while since we were in Oman, and we're heading into the Dhakiliyah governorate, which sits, well, it's basically the interior, it's called. And that covers 31,800 square kilometers. That's about the tenth of the total area of Oman. Has 478,500 people as of 2020, which is also about a tenth of the population in Oman. And the capital is the city of Nizwa, which I think sits up here somewhere. Well, somewhere in this area, which has 64,500 people, also as of 2020. Now, before we begin, I have to tell you something, and that is that, as you can see here, this dotted line is the border between Dhakiliyah and the next door provinces. At least you would think so. Now, I was wondering, why does my script generator, which is based on the official data of the various countries, why does that sometimes pop outside the borders of the areas that I'm making maps in? And it turns out, in this case at least, that Google has not updated the borders of the governorates in Oman. So these borders are at least 2016, and these are based on a map that I found that was at least valid in 2006. Since then, at some stage they have, and 2016 at the latest, they have expanded the borders of this province. So we might find ourselves chasing some of these things out in the outskirts of Dhakiliyah, which look like they're actually in, what's the name of this province? Well, the next to province anyway. So if I have to go across the border, that is why. I could, if I had the patience, to remove all of these that are outside the border here, but I mean, that would still be playing within the old borders and not the current ones. So this is what we're going to do, and that might give me some additional troubles. So let's hope that I can play with it regardless. So let's see. So make a challenge out of it, as usual, and copy the link to put in a safe spot so that I can put in the description of the video. And if you like, you can try to play the same map and the same game and see whether you do any better than me. Oh man, this was what I feared. Well, it's not as bad as Al-Wusta was. Al-Wusta is the governorate to the south here, and that was one of the earliest episodes of this series, and that was an absolute nightmare to play because it was all desert. At least here we're between bends, and that is at least something. Could still be at this for a while though, but we got hills to the north. That at least makes me slightly optimistic. But we go northeast. Right. So that begs the question, should I assume that we're on this one? No, I don't think we are. No. The numbered roads here are in good nick. This is a dirt road. So let's see. Let's head for the hills. See if we find anything. Yeah. Okay, we got trees actually. Yeah, that was one thing we didn't have in Al-Wusta. Al-Wusta was a barren wasteland, more or less. Okay, I was hoping that maybe those trees were growing around along a road or something. Okay, we just passed an intersection and I haven't got any east and we're going starting to go southwards. Ish. Well, this could go on for a while. What is that? Is that a settlement or is it just dust on the horizon? Oh, I believe those are buildings. Okay. Well, one thing that's nice about Oman is that you'll find more locations with Latin letters than you would do in most other Arab countries, which is, when you're playing GeoGuessr in these areas, that's a godsend. Unless, of course, you can spell in Arabic, which I can't. That is definitely a small community of some sort. From one dirt road to another. Maybe I should put checkpoint here just for the heck of it. Yes, definitely settlements coming up over here, but not so sure we're heading in the right direction for them. Okay, so there's a road going over there. Not sure we can go there. The answer is no. Okay, so we're heading north now. Towards the hills again. Is. That must be the name of the place where we just passed. It just is. Is and Fahud. And what else? Oil field. Nati. Okay, this is making more sense now. Let's see. So if we go to E, we could have arrived here actually. Yeah, here's the Al Halbi. Okay, here we go. So we came down this road. Let's see now. That's the, yep. Okay, so we're somewhere over here. Right, let's see how far that intersection is, because we're definitely on this road here. I'm fairly certain of that. Let's see. I just have to make a little. I just have to type a little bit on Discord. Hang on. Got an incoming message that I need to take care of. Let's see. So we're heading southwest. Let's see how far away is that intersection. More or less dead certain. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Let's see now. So there's a number of twists and turns. I'm fairly sure I won't be getting this one, but I'm going to give it a try. So let's see. So we are here. We are. With that one, we've got a long bend towards, longish bend towards the north. West. Oh, wait a minute. Here's, no, that's not a road. But where is that road? Can we spot that at some point? Let's see. Or did I just miss it? Here it is. Now we're here. So I think we are somewhere around here. That would make quite a bit of sense, actually. Because here are the only serious bends on this bit of road, right? Yeah. Although there's another one like, yeah, that's this one. I think, and then there should be another one like that. Yep, that one. We're gonna go onto that road. So let's see now. Well, not entirely convinced, no. Those were some quite significant bends. No, I'm gonna hang my spurs on this one. Let's see. Let's say we're about here. Yeah. How about that? Right. I was a little slow in starting the next round because I went on a rather extensive break after that first round. And this looks rather different. Fortunately, we got loads of mountains. So, somewhere up here, possibly. Let's see if we can find the name of this place. Or an intersection. At least we got asphalt, which is more than we had in the first round. And I'm so chuffed I was actually able to nail that one, because that was not a given at all. And of course, the moment we start this round, my phone goes off. But that's nothing that cannot be fixed within a matter of seconds. Just be a little patient with me and we'll sort it. And there we go. Right. Okay, let's keep on moving. Okay. Well, I mean, as long as I stick to the asphalt, should be going somewhere, I guess. Hopefully. Well, this is positively verdant compared to where we were, but why is this thing zigzagging so much? There must be fields of farmers and stubborn farmers who will not yield their fields for the road. I can understand that. But no closer to finding any clues. You would think that there would be some sort of significant intersection here. After all, this is a fairly sizable place. Okay, we're coming up on a T-junction. With very little in the form of information. Or at least that... Okay, we got information there. Maybe... Oh yes, and we got that sign over there. Okay, first of all, we're gonna check the sign over there to see what it says. Almuregat. Almuregat. Let's see, so moving southwest and tons of mountains around. In all directions. So I kind of like the area over here. Just gonna get my bid. No, no. Well, we're not in bid, but would have sort of been fun if we were in bid. So let's see, put my pen out and my notepad out, and hopefully my pain isn't dying just yet. So I'll regat. That looks like a petrol station. Let's see now. Oman oil. Yes. Okay, so we are somewhere around here. There's a road going up that way. That could be one of these two. Let's see which one it is. Not so sure it's either of the two, but that is probably that. But we're missing a road here in that case. Okay, so preliminary, putting it there. Am I coming up on the mosque? And then there's this road coming down. Yeah, that works with that one. But then I'm missing the road on the opposite side. There's a road coming down here. No building. We're coming up at the mosque. Because now we're at the mosque. This is not that road. It would have to start over here if it was anywhere near. So I don't think I should count that as that one. No, because it is this one. And I strongly believe, but don't know how strongly I should believe. That's the thing. Could be these guys as well. And then that could very well be that. Yeah, that makes more sense, actually. But hang on, and then you got, wait a minute. No, let's see. So we have those two buildings. So then they have something like a school here. Oh, this is a tricky one. And we're even further down. So if I could just make up my mind about which is which. Let's see, if we take the width of the mosque, can we do that? Yes, we can. So if we do the width of the mosque, we are like 1, 2, like 3 of the widths of the mosque down. So that's 1 mosque. Like so, 1, 2, 3. If I look north, if I assume that is that building, then I'm looking just past that. Not by a massive number of meters, but about like so much, I'd say. And that puts us down here again. But we're not looking that much past it. Not at all. So I would say that we're about here. And I'll try and keep in mind that this map has been made a number of years ago. This road is not quite similar. As you see, it's more like so. So I'm gonna go with that. Good thing. Oh, carp. Houston, we have a problem. If I can 5K this one, that will be nothing short of a miracle. But at least we're on one of the main roads. I see nothing in that direction to the southeast. Absolutely zip to the north. So it's pretty much, well, whatever I choose will be the right way. Or the wrong way. At least this road is bending a bit. Yeah, we must be really far south. Okay, we got Burhan, is that what it says? Burhan Station. Yes, and Burhan Northwest Castfield. Okay, so Burhan. Is it possible to spot? Let's see, so what direction are we going? So we're going northwest. So I mean, we could be somewhere in this vicinity. So now let's just check. Up a buffer pit, whatever a buffer pit is. I have a feeling. Is it at all possible that we are somewhere around here? I have to say I kind of like that. Let's have a look at that bend coming up now. And also have a little look at this intersection here. Yes. I have to say I kind of like that. I like that a lot. That one has a little bend on it. And that has the road to the south there as well. And if I look there, is this road. Uh-huh. Okay. So we're not totally lost, but still in a bit of a pickle. Because that's pretty far. I'm wondering if I'm on this bend here. Can I wonder if I can spot that road somewhere. Is that what's good? No, that can't be it. Let's see, we should have a road running parallel. We don't really, do we? Let's continue a little bit and have a look. Let's see, we've got a fairly major bend to the... That must be this one. I reckon. If it is, we'll have a road going to the south before too long. Dang, easy. It's got to be that one. And that road probably leads to that building. Let's see now. Here's the road. And we're about to head into that bend. Okay, so we're on this long, lazy bend here. It's not very fun. As in at all. Okay, but we have identified that. We're actually on a sort of straight bit here, aren't we? can go for the long count. I think that's the option I have available to me. Let's see what we are. Trouble is the bend is way too slight. Okay, so I'm gonna do a long count and let's see how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, call that 22 and a half to that road. Then we're going to count up to the next intersection, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 and a half. 37 and a half, 22 and a half is 60. So it's 60 between there and there. That gives us 30 at, let's see, roughly there. Let's move that out into the edge of the, so 30 is roughly there. We want 22 and a half. So that's 15 and 22 and a half is midway between those 2 points. There. Okay, let's have a look-see. Thing is, we are way too close to that. This is not right. Or is it? Still have a distance to that bend, so that bend is over there. That's the bend that starts sort of here-ish. It goes on forever. And let's do a little reassessment of that one. Let's see. So from there to there is 30. Halfway is about... I'm going to do this one more time. Let's see. Halfway is about here. Actually closer to there, if you ask me. And then halfway is there. And halfway again is there. Right, I don't know if I can get that any better. Let's make a guess. Let's just make sure it is on the road. Just in case I'm very close. Oh well, I would say that is pretty good. It's, I don't know how I could have got any closer. So yeah, that's a 25k gone, but hey, that is always what we have to expect in Oman, especially when you left in the desert. So let's see that. Unfortunately, in Oman, the bins don't hold any information because they all say the BA. Northwest is not a good direction generally, but let's just see if we can identify this town. Got a mosque here. I thought I saw a sign here, but no. I wonder if it might be Friday. Well, if it was, I guess this guy would be answering the call to prayer. It's an eclectic collection of old appliances. All sorts of roads here, but nothing leading to what I would think of as a main road. Ahlam Al Arabiya. National Paints. Al-Habi. No, let's see, maybe here? Grocery stores, they are can be good. Let's see. Al-Kabi Company, nope. Mahfoud Saleh Saeed Al-Umairi Trading, nope. One of these might. Probably not the same as Bahla, no. Bookshop and stationery item sale. No. Just have to dig for every little piece of information you can here, because it can be so precious. There's a sign. We'll take a look at that later. Or in a minute. What are you saying? You are saying Bachla in 45 kilometers. Interesting. In that direction, southwest. That's odd, to say the least. I don't quite have the gist of the distances here. So let's see, we were over there. So that's 106. That's 270 from the first round. So if that is 106 to there, then this is about 40 kilometers. We could be Nizwa, actually. west, west, turning south. And that works with this road. North, well, that road could be that one. So let's say that we're there for now. We're moving down here. Now we're going southwest. Can go southeast if I like. I think I shall. Well, that should be here. So let's see. So if I now continue westwards, there's a lot not matching up here, but could be here as well now, actually. But no, we're not. Yeah, so now I must be coming onto this road. There's some paints, national paints. And a clothing store. We're moving southeast, and before long, let's see. Here's the road to. Here's the road towards the roundabout. And there's a roundabout. What? Yeah, because now we're here. What? What? Where did the roundabout go? Ah, here it is. No? Oh yeah, now we are arriving at the roundabout. Okay, fine. So, let's just get a proper confirmation here. This one is taking absolutely forever this round. But, don't want to mess it up even if I have already. Let's see now. I have a feeling that the survey they have been using here is old as dirt, but that should be that road. And there's a coffee shop. It's got to be that one, and a mobile repair shop, which is the Vodafone shop. Here we go. And a grocery store. Yep. Okay, so now we're here. So that leads me to believe that I'm correct about being here somewhere. Let's see now. So we have a mosque here, and we have a little flurry of bends. And then we should have road going off to the side here, which we do. Right, so we are just, I think we're here actually. Thereabouts. Cool. Well, that only took half an hour. And we're back in the desert again. Oh man. 30% turns into 2/3. Oh, that's how things work. Think I'm looking at another half hour, 2 hours here. Oh, half hour, 45 minutes around. Which way to go? Can go northwest, can go southeast. Let's go southeast. Just keep our finger on the enter key. Well, we had trees. Now we have sand. And a lot of it. So this car came from somewhere. Let's see whether somewhere is very far off or not. There's a truck coming in the opposite direction in the distance I saw. What are you warning about here? Bends? Of course. Camels. There's actually a settlement over there. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Can't see it from here though. Oh well. Waste of time. Let's head northwest then. Okay, so I think I found where I am at long last. But this will be an absolutely epic count. So let's see. Let's do it this way first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's some squiggles in the road, but I don't think I can find them. Wait. Can I see that town or that little hamlet from here? Yes, I can. And there's a number of small buildings. Oof. That only makes it harder for me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 to there. So that's a 9. There is an intersection all the way up there, but that's... yeah, this is about as far as that one is. And that's far. So it's 9 down there. What can I identify? Let's see. Well, I have that one big building, so if I look directly east and see if we can pinpoint that. Let's see, 1. It's the one over there, isn't it? 2, 3. So this will be a wild one. So if that is 6. Yeah, why not? A little further afield, like there. Yes, there are some small bendy bits coming up over there. Let's try that. I have to be happy with that. I have to. That's the bendy bit I was looking at, so I would never have placed it that far. So, yeah. That was an absolutely brutal, brutal, brutal map. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, did not 25k it, but I have to say, a score like that on a map like this, well, you have to be happy with that, how don't you? Unfortunately, that doesn't mean I can green light this one, so it might turn up again at some later date in the series. But, whew, don't want too many of those. But still, I'm glad that you're still here with me on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.